What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. If you guys remember, in my last video, we talked about some things that we missed from the Season 5 Stranger Things Season 5 trailer. In this video, we're going through everything else that we missed, because it turns out we missed a lot. I asked you guys to leave me comments in the last video, and I said I would go through everything, all your guys' comments, theories, and corrections things I got wrong. And it turns out that I missed a lot, and we're gonna go through in this video. I'm telling you, I found a lot of stuff out that I missed in the trailer. Now, before we jump into it, if I can ask you guys for a huge favor, if you guys find this video interesting, please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and definitely leave more comments with theories, because I'm going to go over it maybe in a part 3. Now, with all that being said, let's jump into it. Okay, so the first thing is a correction, something that I got wrong. Sorry, I'm not perfect, guys, all right? But the first comment here we're going to be reading is from Rye L. Hatch, 1989. And they said, actually, they confirmed that season 5 is 8 episodes, 4 in part 1, 3 in part 2, and then the final on New Year's Eve, which is a really weird time for them to drop a final episode. But I don't even want to get into it. I just think I'm an old man. I'm gonna be out doing things on New Year's Eve. It's whatever. But let's get into it, okay? So now let's take a look at the episode list, because if you guys remember, they posted this video on November 6th, 2024, last year. They posted all the names of the episodes. So let's go into it and let's see if they are right about what their comment says. So the first episode is called The Crawl. So that's episode number 1. The second episode is called The Vanishing of, and we know that this now is Holly, The Vanishing of Holly. We know that to be true through leaks. I forget exactly how we found that out, but either way, it's blurred out as you can see here, and that apparently says Holly. Okay, so The Vanishing of Holly is episode number 2. Episode number 3 is The Turnbow Trap, which is a very interesting name. I'll get into it later in the video. That's episode number 3. Episode number 4 is Sorcerer. And now, this is the theory that me and my buddy Mac had, that this whole first 4 chunks is going to be the part 1. We knew that already. We had a theory about that, and it turns out it's looking to be correct. And the Sorcerer, we think, is going to be about Will. Okay, and the first 4 chunks are going to be very Will heavy, and this episode is going to be, he's going to be, have to play a huge role in this episode. So anyway, let's go on. That's episode number 4. Episode number 5 is Shock Jock. Episode number 6 is Escape from Camazotz, which, guess what? I did one Google search what a Camazotz is, and it turns out it is a mythical creature that is like a bat monster. I'm sure a lot of you guys knew this, but if you didn't know this, like I didn't know this, someone who's a Stranger Things fan, this is what it is. It's a mythical creature that is like a bat-like creature, and the episode name is To Escape from Them. So that episode is probably going to be them trying to fight this creature. I think a lot of people who are Stranger Things fans can agree that this season is not going to be about fighting a Demogorgon, or, you know what I mean? It's going to be about fighting multiple different enemies. So that's one of the enemies that they were going to be fighting in this, and like this thing looks freaky, I'm not going to lie. Then next is episode number 7, which is called The Bridge, which the bridge, I think they're using the name of the title. I think it's going to have to do something with the bridge between the Upside Down and the Right Side Up, because the next episode, which is the final episode, is called The Right Side Up. So you know what I'm saying? It definitely makes sense that The Bridge is going to be an episode about them building a bridge from the upside down to the right side up. And trust me, that's a very good theory, and I'm sticking with that. If I'm wrong, come back to this video after the episode comes out and tell me I was wrong. But I definitely think that's what that the bridge is going to mean. There's going to be some sort of yeah, whatever. So Rye L. Hatch 1989's comment is spot on. I'm so sorry for getting that wrong. You were spot on. Thank you for the correction. I appreciate it. Okay, so next up, the shot of Joyce holding the axe at 4:19. It looks like there's a shadow above her, where the colorful thing is, which also looks like the jumper on the new kid. Okay, so let's talk about this. In part 1, I talked about this shot and said like how I think it's very well shot. This is very epic looking. The lights are flashing. Joyce looks badass. The characters are standing oddly still, which I thought was weird if they were being attacked by something. But if you guys, by the way, if you guys haven't watched the first video, again, I'll link to it in the description. I'll link to it in the pinned comments. I'll link to it at the end of this video. Go watch that first video first. But either way, as you guys can see here, there is a person in the back. The person in the back behind Joyce is the new character in the show, which after doing some research, and his name is Jake Conley, okay? And he is playing in Season 5 a character called Derek Turnbow. Now, if you guys remember, if you were paying attention at all, in the titles, there on the 3rd episode, it was called The Turnbow Trap. So this character is going to play a huge role potentially in the whole season and definitely in this episode. And the episode is titled The Turnbow Trap. His name is Derek Turnbow. So I think that this character, Derek Turnbow, is going to be like Dustin. Like, he's very good at building stuff, or he really knows the Upside Down a lot. Maybe he's figured out how to get to the Upside Down or how the Upside Down works on his own, away from the crew over the last couple years, you know? Like, I really cannot wait to see the character development with Derek and how this episode ends up, revolving around him. It's going to be great. But once I realized that, I was like, oh, that is so interesting. I'm sure a lot of people didn't know about that. But either way, episode number 3, The Turnbow Trap, is going to be about Derek Turnbow. KookieToots6755 says, wasn't it Tate's video that captured Will screaming originally? Give him a shout out. He brought us so much footage they were filming. I apologize, KookieToots. When I was doing research on this video, I literally just Googled the video of Will screaming, the footage, and I didn't find the original post because there was so many on YouTube Shorts when I was looking it up. Like, I'm telling you, hundreds of different accounts were posting it. I wasn't sure where it came from originally, so I do apologize. Shout out to Tate. I didn't know that he was the original person that recorded that. But either way, shout out to Tate, and thank you, KookieToots, for correcting me. I appreciate that. Unbearded Rock said, I have a theory where Vecna turns into the 3-headed dragon because in the scene where the monster breaks through the tile, it looks too big for Vecna. So I get what he's saying, and I've seen a lot of people talking about this 3-headed creature. So there's definitely more to it. I'm asking you guys for a favor here. Please let me know in the comments if there's anything else I need to know about this 3-headed creature, because someone else left a comment saying, if you remember the Will Byers sketch, like the drawing he did, which he showed Mike in the pizza van in season 4, in the drawing there was a monster with 3 heads, and Mike will be saving them. I'm not really sure what that means, that Mike will be saving them part, but so there's a lot of talk of this creature with 3 heads. So anything else you guys have, any more information you guys have on it, let me know in the comments and we'll save that for the next video. Okay, so Marie60790 said, that almost looks like Erica and Dustin by the upside down wall, and the orange thing inside of the wall looks like Vecna sleeping and recharging, almost being reborn. So there's 2 things about this comment I want to talk about. First of all, about the egg-shaped gooey thing in the wall. I don't think that's Vecna sleeping. I think if they were going to do a Vecna comes back, it would be a lot more like grandiose and epic. I wouldn't just be some egg in a wall. I think what this person comments about the egg is more likely. Our average says, I believe that the huge wall in the upside down is a nesting area for creatures such as Demogorgons. Now, that's what I like to believe, right? That whoever's in the upside down in this shot, which we'll get to in a second, is looking at a egg that is going to spawn something like a Demogorgon, right? And then maybe they turn around or they look further and there's hundreds of these eggs, and they all spawn Demogorgons. Because if you guys remember, in season 1, killing that one Demogorgon wasn't easy. It almost took out 11 completely. So, I mean, imagine if they find out that these are spawning Demogorgons and there is hundreds of them. You know what I mean? It would be so epic. So that's what I like to believe. Now let's talk about who is in this shot here. If we go back to Marie60790's comment, they said they think it's Dustin and Erica. We have another comment here from Sarah Percival, who says it's 11 and Hopper at the wall. It's Hopper in the beanie and 11 in the outfit from the still photos in the radio station. Sarah also said it was blown and lightened up by somebody on YouTube. Well, guess what? Here at the RLG Studios, we have that technology, so let's go ahead and do that. And now after we zoom in and change the coloring a little bit, you can clearly see that that is Hopper in the beanie, and that is 11. You can see here in this shot, 11 is wearing a shirt where her sleeves go up to her elbows. And if we go back to this shot, you could see it looks like a different color shirt. I will say that 11 is wearing, but you could see her, her arms. So I think that the length adds up. And then obviously you can see the person that's standing next to 11 is wearing a beanie. So I think we can pretty much confirm that that is 11 and Hopper in the upside down, looking at the big upside down wall. Now Mac123, who is my buddy who helps me with a lot of these videos, left a comment saying, the frame of Holly and Karen could be before Holly gets taken, which is why one of the episodes possibly is titled The Missing Case of Blank. So I think that's pretty spot on. As you guys could see here, you see Holly and Karen looking scared. And remember, I talked about this in the last video. This is an exact same scene from season 4 as well. Like literally side by side. They're both scared. Karen's holding Holly. But either way, I think Mac is right here. I think that this is probably when we're going to see Holly get taken. And that's what that episode is going to be about. I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. I am so excited for the season to come out. I will be making a lot more content revolving around Stranger Things. We'll be doing a podcast reviewing to it and so on and so forth. So if you guys are looking forward to that, if you guys enjoyed this video, please do me a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe. And leave comments, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Give me more ideas for videos. I'm having a lot of fun making these, so I want to keep it going. Either way, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.